Hello, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I'm going to teach you about advanced concept of the command timestamp. What is timestamp and what is the advantages while applying and while we are using timestamp, all we'll learn in this session. Here you observe here, this is an MS SQL, like the MS SQL timestamp is a temporal data type that holds a combination of date and time. The format of timestamp is like a way, similarly, first it will be contains of 4 octets of like a year, 4 digits of year, the combination, and month, 2 digits of month, and date, two digit of date. If it is a date 1, it will be 01, and a 2, it will be 02. Like this, it will be displayed, and followed by hours, minutes, and seconds, which is the fixed at 19 characters. The timestamp value has a range from it is supporting from 1970 11000 and first second onwards it is going to be supporting with UTC to 2038 119 and UTC is supporting. Whereas it can be upgraded and it can be the latest versions of MySQL server is extended. It is up to supporting like a huge the capacity of the years which is already involved. All right, and what are the advantages are there for using this timestamp? It's a very pretty easy timestamps. Like while using the timestamp, we don't know when the record is inserted into the database, and each and every insertion of the record and each and every modification or corrections of the record, you have to track the date and time for this particular data row. It's very highly important to understand when it happens the record, when the transaction is happened. These are all the very much pretty analytical and calculated information you will get it. And based on the applying for between so two different dates and how many records are impacting, what are the records they are going to be handling and performing, all as an administrative reports, you will get all the information for this. One who is a successful making an data structures for a web application, which is the application which is interacting with the database, that application who is creating successfully all the security audit and security enhancements to be taken care for preparation of the data structure. This is very important, and the timestamp come to the point. Once you have a, you need not to pass the data to the database. All you have to ready-madely, once the record is inserted into the database table, the timestamp, it's in a built-in predefinedly the database, like the structure is a facility, is in having a functionality. All you can use that functionality to run this particular data type. We'll use a very simple examples. I'll show you how it is. Select and space, make it as a current timestamp and execute the statement. You will get the current timestamp of your local server. That is your local system, or if you are running in the production server, that system timestamp you will get it. Okay, when the record is inserted and when the record is updated or deleted, or when the user is logged in, like such all the data relevant information whenever you require, you will making as a timestamp column to track all the information within your hands only. Having in a database developer for giving and preparing a database table and without respecting to submitting the data from the client or end user, you can make it as in a column yourself and send by default when the record is inserted into the database. That time you take and capture the server date and time and have an accurate data with you. All right. Now see here what I will give you a real-time example for creation of one simple single 3 columns data table, and I'll show you for one column is timestamp. I'll make it, and I want to show you that information of like how the date and time it is coming by defaultly when the data row is inserted. Let's see here. The student management studio will offer you many new techniques and informations. By mouse, you can making some clicks only. You can create a table here. Like just press the table, take a new, make a table here, take the table, and specify the column names like ID, INT. I'm taking, and for this INT I'm making, it is auto increment identity. Just simply drag up and check here is identity. Identity specification expand here is identity. Just press double click here. It's moving to S, and one with the increment ID it will be mapped there. And now the second column is the product. Name of the product I can give PRO. That's it. And where care as a data type I'm choosing with the 50 characters, and one more column it is order underscore date, and column name is data. Also you can try to expand this selection option here. Data type it is there, simply you choose as a date time option. Okay, just what it's required for date time option. If you have chosen date time option as a like a data type, once you select somewhere else, you click the mouse and select this one, and see the column properties is like this. And a general tab, you have to observe default value or binding. Here you make in a special function like get underscore date. That's it. Get date. Get date. That's it. Okay. Now save this table. Save as a some table name like what I can give shopping. It is not available in the table names. You have to specify that. Any table name you can specify. Right. Once the table is successfully created, refresh the tables. It will be displayed here in the left pane of Object Explorer. Yes, this is shopping. Now select the table and right click, edit top 200 rows. Simply selecting edit top 200 rows, it will be displayed like this. We have created three columns only: ID, product, and order ID, order date. Now order date I have given a functionality like a get date here, and similarly I am giving an ID number. It is an auto increment ID by incrementing +1. So what the requirements more here? I want to give only the product name. What is my product name here? Give simple names like a keyboard. Just press enter, and the mouse. Just press enter. Desktop. Desktop. These are my products. SQL, C#. The names, anything you can give as a product. And now see here, I have a given only the product name here, and the rest of the things, first column and the second last column, I have revealed the same thing. And now you just execute a query. Now the see impact how it is. If your server performance is very well, it will automatically show you the columns will automatically, once you have entered in the product name, it will automatically impact and replace your current date time as well as the ID. Will I given any ID here? It's automatically. And will I get any date time here? No. It is taken care by the server ID like a date and time along with the format of given and showing format. Okay, that is the way. Once if I enter in some data like some information of the username like Mary, I'm inserted like some username, I'm inserting the data, you assume it. I press enter in the database, automatically it is updating the ID part as well as the order, when the order record is inserted into the database. Such a beautification is available in Microsoft SQL Server. All you have to use and make it as a ready-made functionality of timestamp to make it as an accurate information with you. Yes, you can make it as in this column to make it as in between two date ranges, and you will get all the information with you. ready-made. And a user need not to send any data type and a date here. All you have to send that, yes, this is the date time. By defaultly it will select, and what the server is setting the date time, it will be automatically inserted here. Yes, if it is there any custom date, if you want to insert here, you can choose one more column for date and for application date likewise, and insert there in your date format there itself. All right, that is the better and best advantage you to take in a insertion of the date time. And what where I have applied here get date time like a get date by defaultly here. If you don't want to make it as a by default value for this, yes, you can send such a format of date time, make it as in a programming while preparing for the formatting string like this date time, and send and insert into the this particular column. That's it, nothing more than that. I hope you are having a good idea how to insert the how to use and utilize like a timestamp in your Microsoft SQL Server creation of the tables, and how to deal and interact with the timestamp by defaultly how it is happening. Hope you understand, and we'll see in the next class with how to we can extract from what we require the parameters of year, month, date, or hour, whatever. Thank you for watching this session. Thank you.